All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody. Hello, hello. Speed Duel Showdown number 23. What's going on? 5 people today. I'm trying out Pretzel Rocks, so we're seeing that today. We're gonna see it like ping the chat with new music, so that's cool. We got 5 people today. I think that's the lowest we've seen this year, but that's fine. We're running it. We got 4+ people. We're running it. Let's take a look at the participants. I just put the challenge link in there for you guys. Ron Wiz, Ursus, Stevie, DB Grinder, and Hammer and Nail. I have not seen Hammer and Nail before, but looks like Stevie brought him in. So you can't sleep on this guy. Who knows? Let me turn that down just a smidge. All right. Let's go ahead and call it. Let's get started. So looking at the bracket, we have Ron Wiz with the bye, put him top seed today. DB Grinder, Hammer, and Nail to start round 1. What's up, Josh Comics 5? Thanks for the follow, by the way. DB Grinder, Hammer, and Nail, and Ursus and Stevie to start in round 2. So these are the semifinals already, guys. So loser here has a bronze match. We're already there with 5 entrants. So that's what's that? $25 pot. Not too bad. So DB Grinder, Hammer, and Nail. The loser here does go home. But Stevie and Ursus, you guys get a bronze match. Let's go ahead and contact opponent. Let's call it. So we have, let me know how the levels are, guys. Obviously, new music system means potential for disaster. And I don't figure it out until I'm cutting the VOD and I'm like, oh, shoot. All right, DB Grinder versus Hammer and Nail. And Ursus and Stevie, you guys may start also in the semifinals. And we can get rolling. Let me bring DB out. And we'll bring this over here. All right. Yeah, there's Hammer and Nail. Ursus and Stevie starting. I'm going to actually wait for this one. Let's watch the newbie. Let's watch the newbie today. We know Stevie. We know Ursus. Big Mike, you are too late. The bracket has started. You are too late. Try and submit before 8:05, please. Thank you. Let's see if DB Grinder shows up here and get started. All right, you know, we can go into, let's go into Stevie and Ursus. Let's take you guys to main screen. Okay, let's see. Turn that down just a smidge again. And we got Skull Servants here. Ursus has played this a few times, but, you know, never went too far with it. This is semifinals, so we do get a bronze match with this loser here. But Stevie playing, actually Stevie's got Digging for Gold. What is he playing? I can't remember. We might be seeing, I want to say we're seeing a Moth variant with Digging for Gold. Just Digging for Gold, potentially a better skill. Just like a more universal skill. I mean, we've seen Moths win without actually mothing. It's wild. Okay, that was a King set. Oh, we Book and Moon the King. Okay. And we already have Servants up to 3, looks like. So we might have another set Skull Servant. We might have bricked the Skull Servant there. But we have a Zoma going over Breaker. That's going to be a difference of 2. And see if there's a response in the back row. But now, yeah, Ursus already out of resources here. Having to rely on the King. King's in the grave, so we can't banish to bring it back out. It has to be destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. You can't just do it willy-nilly. Offerings on Zoma. That's not bad. Stevie has the resources here where I say I think that he's going to be all right. Yeah, I mean, sometimes Breaker just wins games. What did he pop with that counter? So we started with the Breaker counter. We popped Ursus Book of Moon. Oh, I bet you he booked the Breaker, and then Stevie booked the King. So we do have Digging for Gold here. What's up, Delicates? Stevie? Normal Summon Doria. We have resources now. That's going to be the Brick Skull Servant. Okay, so Kings come out at 4,000, which is huge. Haunted Shrine. Oh, the savior. So this king's at 3,000 with 3 Skull Servants in the grave. And yeah, that's a hard stop. Stevie needs Moth here. Well, actually, no, we don't have Cocoon. So yeah, offerings would be great here, but and King's effect is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. So destroyed by card effect, you're safe. But this is all of a sudden a huge stop, where the Moth deck would typically have Cocoon here. But yeah, like I said, we don't know based on this field. We don't know what Stevie's running still. Could just be a dark variant. But these are all the cards that usually Moth has. So battle. We're going into Breaker for a difference of 14. We're going to Book Moon Skull Servant. Oh, baby, that's 0 defense. That's very unfortunate. I bet you that other set might be a Goblin Zombie. A good staple in the King of Skull Servants deck to search for King. Oh my gosh, look at this field. And 2 of these are Nidorias. That's so frustrating to deal with. That is so frustrating to deal with. Yeah, we are going to banish, so it comes back out at 2. So that kind of stops the onslaught. Oh, we're actually going to ram into that for 800 and take it. And that's destroyed by card effect. So now King, all of a sudden, you're stuck. Man, that's huge. So I think that we have to plow through the Goblin Zombie here. Well, I was just assuming. Red Hot Book Runner Day. Yeah, right. Oh, that was actually a Nidoria. Okay, Nidoria, what was that, 800 defense? Yeah, so, okay, Nidoria takes Nidoria. And did we not swing a Breaker? We must have. Must have swung earlier. Oh, you know what? We destroyed King with it, and then he battled, banished. So now Ursus on the top deck. Stevie has a Breaker that's been out since, like, the beginning of this game. And 2 cards. Oh, Charging Gaia. That's 19. That's so huge. What a top deck. What a good card to have. Just so many monsters. Stevie got all the monsters. And now Ursus is paying for it. He's going to take 2 hits here. That's a 19 and a 16. Anything is lethal. End phase Zoma. Okay. Stevie's not at low enough life points to care. Unfortunately, we're going to plow right through that. We need some more defense here. Okay. We can at least swing over the Breaker. And then Charging Gaia over Zoma next turn is a difference of 100 to Ursus, and he stays alive. But that's going to bring Stevie down to 3. Imagine, oh, what's up, Terra Master? Yeah, thanks. Imagine still not having GX. It's a struggle bus, man. This is the lowest. This is the lowest entrance of the year, I believe. I think that we've had consistently 7+ until today's 5. So small pot today. Also, I'm anticipating that this is going to be wrapped up in like an hour, which is great. All right, so that's happening. Yeah, Stevie took the 600 to get the Nidoria kill. Haunted Shrine gets King back in defense because oh man, those are some weak Kings. Like, what do? You need the defense. That Charging Guy is going to be a huge problem without just straight removal. And now we've lost our Haunted Shrine. Shout out to Terra Master, everybody. Oh, there's a Haunted Shrine. Terra Master running the Winnabox, doing the things that I can't do because that sounds like a nightmare. Oh God. I'd rather deal with the problems face-to-face right now in a live environment than have some garbage go back and forth. Tara knows what's up. Oh, we just creature swapped. That's huge. Is it your graveyard? In your graveyard. Oh, my God. So that was garbage. And by battle, we get it back. That is the biggest brain Ursus bull crap I've ever seen. That's a 1,000 King, and that's actually going to take the game. Let's go, Ursus. I did not think he was going to take that game. Oh, my God. Excuse me? All right, and keep in mind, guys, so this is a semifinals round because we only have 5 people. But luckily the hype is enough for a 10-plus bracket. Meanwhile, Hammer and Nail and DB Grinder are playing round 1. Winner plays Ron Wiz, who's sitting in the wings, I believe. Ron Wiz paid me yesterday, not today, which is a rare occurrence. So I'm hoping that he remembered that it's today. We will see. So we got that going on off screen. We'll see the results of that come through in a hot second. But, yeah, really good setup. I think that, honestly, I think Stevie's just playing, like, dark staples with digging for gold. Like, there's no Moth aspect. Well, I mean, I say that so genuinely, like I don't know what his deck list is, but I absolutely do. Wow. 2 back row and a Charging Gaia. That's pretty strong. Zombina this early? Ugh. Oh, creature swap. Okay, that's kind of fair. That should be fine. Zombina gets nothing back for Stevie. You definitely want to get rid of that before you get something like a Nidoria Engrave. Okay, an end phase Zoma? Sure. Or, end phase Zoma. Main phase Zoma, I suppose, is response. Sure. Oh, I see. He's giving him the Zoma instead of the Charging Gaia. That's not terrible. Interesting little maneuver there. I'm so paranoid this music's way too loud, but I think we're good. Yeah, what do you do here? Oh. And you can just pop that Zoma now. Or you can hit back row. I mean, what do you have in the back row? That's a threat for Skull Servants. You have Haunted Shrine, which is worthless early. And you have, like, I don't know, staples like Book of Moon. Swing with anything, get damage. Yeah, fair. He's got lethal on the board, right? Yeah, 19, 16, 14. So if that's like, if it's like Haunted Shrine in a book, then he like buys 1 turn, but he's still getting hit. Zombina going in. 1400's going to take it. Okay, break it for the 16. If we're going to stop something, we'll probably stop the 19. But then like you got to think about if you Book of Moon Charging Gaia, that's crazy. Then Gaia comes back stronger. And also 21 defense, you can't get over that. Okay, Haunted Shrine, Skull Servant, and then we take the 19. So we Haunted Shrined for the breaker hit. It's just kind of a scuffed. This might just be a little scuffed for Ursus, unfortunately. Delicates, you think you can do better, you can enter next time. Come on, we missed you. I know you're too busy breaking out in the wood box, but... All right, going on to Stevie. Pretty scary board now, 19 over the set, and there's a Nidoria. Okay, so... okay, smart. Hit the Zombina first, I guess, so you don't get anything from it. Is Zombina... Oh, you get your Zombina back. Wait a second. Okay. No, it's this card in Sona's possession. So we're good. So this is lethal. Haunted Shrine to bring Zombina back. Ah, I see. Zombina to bring back, like, Nidoria. Sure. So, good so I don't spare money. Here's the plan. If you can scrape together $5, all you have to do is be perfect. And then you win, like, 20. No, it cannot be argued. That fallacy cannot be argued. So we got the Nidoria back. So smart play on Ursus to stay alive. And we have another set, which is good. More monsters are good. But unfortunately, yeah, we did not... This is another scuffed Skull Servant play. Because we don't have all 3 in the graveyard by now. So we drew 1 each time, which sucks. That's probably the last one. No, it's Nidoria. So then we must have the last one in our hand? Nidoria taking down Charging Gaia. Nidoria taking down Kaiku. So triple back row Stevie with a breaker is just... Ursus is 1 swing away from death. That is so... It's so tough. Like, what do you do? Oh, Delicates, you probably... forgot you probably crossed the pond. All right. What's Ursus got? You can't count him out. This game... this is game 2. Ursus up 1. Oh, there he is. If I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to do it on my turns. Oh, my gosh, the creature swap. 4 a.m.? Good Lord. What? Where does that put you? I think 6 hours ahead is like Italy. I try and think of like Tetra time. So you're 8 hours ahead of me? You must be in like, God, I have no idea where that is, actually. Middle East? Nightmare Wheel. Yeah, that's huge. So, okay. Draw phase Book of Moon. Sure. Oh, Estonia. Cool. It's amazing that this game has, like, just such a global audience. It's pretty cool. All right, breaker with the counter. Going to go with the breaker. And, oh, my God, the poke for 3. That Nightmare Wheel doesn't go away, by the way, it looks like. Yeah, it was booked, right? So we're good. Do we swing for 3? Oh, my God, the Skull Servant poked to death. But this top deck's going to be make or break here. We don't have a Haunted Shrine resource anymore. Nothing's in the grave that can help us. 2 creature swaps, though. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to game 3. So Ursus putting up a fight with King of the Skull Servants here against Stevie's, I don't know, it's just good staples. Is there any theme to this, actually? Like, what would I call this in the pie chart? I guess Dark Warrior. It's really just dark. Dark, dark. Yeah, Stevie is +1 with skill. Yeah, digging for gold is like crazy slept on. Well, I don't think it's slept on anymore. Like, people get it. But I remember when it came out in Trials of Kingdom promo, people were like, people just like disregarded all of the non-core cast characters stuff like this. But of course, like somebody, David, like who the hell is that? Duel Links David over here. Normal summon Nidorian. That does get over the 1050 Goblin Zombie defense. But finally, with this first Goblin Zombie we see, so we should be able to, can we dump another Skull Servant? Okay, we are ramping correctly now. Hopefully we can get all three. Hopefully the last one is still in the deck. But Goblin Zombie, we already have a King in hand. So a King comes out at 2,000. Okay, but we don't need that. We can get the Zombina. Zombina's 200 over Nidoria. Nidoria would be able to destroy it. And Zombina could get like a Skull Servant back. But could get the Goblin Zombie back, actually. That's huge. That's good. So we can keep getting Kings. That's good. Meanwhile, 2 set for us is 2 set for Stevie. And that's going to go through for, yeah, that goes through for 11. Oh my gosh, and I forgot about the Goblin Zombie effect. You get to mill. You never see a Goblin Zombie swing come through. Bonkers. Kaiku, that's a difference of 7. That is terrifying. But a Book of Moon fixes your problem because Kaiku's defense is garbage. You got to be careful because Kaiku's effect here is huge for Skull Servants because you can banish monsters in the grave. There's the book. Okay, so 700 defense, we're going to be fine. But he could have, I mean, if that attack went through, he could banish both Skull Servants, and then the Kings come out at 0. All right, we have all 3 Kings in there. So Kings coming out at 3. We're still holding on. We don't need them just yet. One of these gets over Kaiku. So we're either forcing Stevie to burn his resources here. Yep, there's a Book of Moon on the Zombina. We're either forcing Stevie to burn the resources here or Kaiku's finished. No, he has to burn both books here. And with both of them in face-down defense mode, Kaiku is inflicting battle damage, so his Skull Servants for now are safe. So it's not bad. We get the digging for gold. Breaker with the counter. Pop the last back row. That's probably going to be like the Haunted Shrine. I'm trying to think of like what's something that won't move in the back row with Ursus's field. Probably Haunted Shrine. I think we've consistently had a monster out the whole time. So sometimes Haunted Shrine just kind of you brick with that. Because especially if you get it early, but you like have this kind of like monster cycle, yeah, the Haunted Shrine just kind of sits there worthless. And because you need no monsters on the field in order to use it. So you still get the graveyard effect to banish, unless Kaiku hits it, right? That's another great thing about Kaiku. You can hit Haunted Shrine. Zombina actually getting a Skull Servants out, so Ursus valuing the defense, doesn't want anything banished from Kaiku. Battle phase, what was the other thing? Goblin Zombie. So yeah, Kaiku either has to place the Skull Servant back in the graveyard or get the Goblin Zombie search, which is tough. So I don't know if Stevie's going to have Spheres here, but he'll definitely need them for this King. That's a 3,000 attack King. And that's a 1,200 point difference to Kaiku. Kaiku is the huge threat right now. We want to try and beat over that for 12. Let's see if that's going to happen. Yeah, dropping Stevie all the way down to 15. Yeah, I think that set in the middle is still Goblin Zombie too. So we have King resources here. Let's see if I missed match results. Hammer and Nail DB Grinder still battling it out in round 1. Winner plays round Wiz. Meanwhile, winner of this actually sits in finals. It's a pretty small bracket today. 2 3,000 attack Kings. This is where the deck's fun. This is where, the deck can be rewarding if you stick with it. Nidoria taking out the other King, sure. But you can see Stevie slowly losing resources. Did we dig for gold? We did dig for gold. So we're done digging for gold. 4 cards in hand with a T set. So Stevie's not out yet. We got a lot of things that can work here. We saw him use Offerings, which is great for King. Book of Moon, great against King. Tough with that Goblin Zombie, though. You want to destroy it by... Yeah, no, it's just if it's sent from field to grave. Ooh, a Kaiku in defense. We are nervous now. Drop it down to 400. Mill top card. If this was a deck out situation, oh my god. Actually, I didn't realize that I think Ursus's deck is 30. Oh my god, Ursus's deck is 30. That's huge. Another set monster, and oh, draw phase, Nightmare Wheel on the set monster. We do a little flare there. We get a little burn for the game. Anything for that. I don't think we've seen any magic removal. Obviously, Cosmic Cyclone doesn't work here. Wow, Stevie. Stevie, don't go anywhere. You got a bronze match. You can play for third place. Double charging guy in a Zoma. That seems like a great hand. It's a lot of monsters, but just can't get them out fast enough. Ooh. All right. That's Ursus King of Skull Servants taking over Stevie sitting in finals. We have a King of Skull Servants in finals, guys. This is exciting now. Okay, I have something new to show people in the YouTube VODs. All right, so we still have Boss with FAMAS going on with Hammer and Nail. Let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Hammer and Nail, new edition. I believe Stevie invited. Boss with FAMAS is Dueling Book Grinder. We've seen before. Looks like, yes, Dueling Book Grinder is playing Dark Moth. And Hammer and Nail is, Viral Despair. That's right. Let's go to main screen. Yeah, I remember he pitched me this deck list, and I was like, yes, finally. We haven't seen Viral Despair in the Speed Duel Showdown since Paulo NS, literally like the first tournament after the errata in November. Just slowly burned everybody out. So this is game 2 with DB Grinder up 1. So Hammer and Nail first time. Cool. Always cool to see newbies win. But we'll see what happens here. I see we're running kind of the Night Assailant loop here. Okay. And, yeah. Viral Moth. It's the hard part about Viral against Moth is that, like, your biggest boy is the Despair from the Dark, which you can get out with, like, Book of Life or, like, Haunted Shrine. But, like, Moth just beats that. Yeah. Moth just beats that. Oh, Man-Eater Bug, too. Really good stuff. All right. What's going on here? Let me just update my bracket while we are rolling. Start the tournament. Probably a good idea. All right, we saw Ursus take it over Stevie 2-1. Okay, and while I literally turned away for 30 seconds, Hammer and Nail admitted defeat. Unfortunate. All right, DB Grinder wins here. Oh, we have the Nightmare Wheel. That sucks. That's sus. So that's let's go back over to the bracket. No matches going on right now, guys. We're good. Only 5 people. DB Grinder 2-0. Hammer and Nail. Hammer and Nail. Thank you so much for participating. Viral Despair. Really love to see it. I like seeing people make that deck work. I want to make an updated deck profile of that. So now, Ursus sitting in finals with King of the Skull Servants, and Ron Wiz 7 Mike, and DB Grinder. We're going to watch a Moth Mirror match, guys. But before we do, hey, do you want to know why I'm so energized right now? Gamers. Talking about Glitch Energy. I'm literally drinking that right now. Checkmate Esports is partnered with Glitch Energy. It is an energy kind of they supplement, like a powder-based kind of like G Fuel energy drink. You can save 10% with code Checkmate at glitchenergy.com. Go ahead and check that out. I have the white thermos with like the 7 packs. That's kind of like a starter kit they sell for like $15. You can pick that up, and it makes you wired. So, you know, obviously, if you're a big gamer and you want to kind of do a little more cost-effective energy drink instead of spending like $4 for a Red Bull every day, go ahead and check out Glitch Energy. Okay. Thank you for indulging me. I'm going to call this match now. Let's see. Ron Wiz. And load faster. All right, Ron, let's see what you got. Versus Dueling Book Grinder. Okay. Oh, I got to change the entrance, too. Misleading. All right, we got a second, because that's the next match we got to wait on. So Ursa's sitting in finals. We're in a semifinals. Oh, and Stevie's sitting in bronze. So we have this semifinals match. Ron Wiz and DB Grinder to start. There is DB Grinder. Haven't heard Ron Wiz today, so I'm assuming he's here. But we'll see. What time is it? 8:27? Okay, timer starts. I'm assuming he's here. Properties. Yeah, we're off to the races. We're off to the races. All right. Another semifinals match. We know this is, I believe, a Moth Mirror. We had 5 entrants. $25 pot. Guys, the pot does change with any new subscription. Any new sub adds $3 to the pot, current pot. So if you're feeling generous and want to subscribe to the channel, you are just fueling the pot for these gentlemen. Let's go to main screen. You like that, Delicates? Yeah, I got the ad slide now. Yeah, this is more and more of a professional stream. All right, cue the Moth Mirror, where we pass turn 6 times. Start with a Nidoria against 2 back row, DB's 2 back row. See, we're going to pitch 1,200. See if we can chip that in. It's not a showdown without a Moth Mirror. Although these are the only 2. Okay, wait, I can count this on one hand, literally. 5 entrants. 2 Moths, Viral Despair, King of the Skull Servants, and whatever Stevie was playing. Oh, yeah, just like the dark kind of staples. That's not bad. It's going to be an okay pie chart. Moth is unfortunately going to be the biggest again. But at least I can say top 3. Top 3 is definitely King. King's in there. Saw some high-level Moth Mirror being like 10-plus rounds. No. Well, you know what? I guess that's what we get for... I watch 5 entrants, but the whole tournament ends up being an hour and a half anyway. Thanks, Moth Mirror. Okay, we have the Book of Moon. I think... Okay. Shoot. This is complicated, and I missed it. Okay, Parasite on Nidoria and Book of Moon in response. Okay, so Parasite just hand to grave. That shouldn't work that way. Not here. Okay. Ron's letting it slide. We're going. Okay, we got the shuffle. This is huge advantage for the Moth player. Wow, very big. Zoma in defense. We have a Moth Outbreaker with a counter. What did we say? That's a Nidoria? So if we swing with Moth and he takes Moth, we get 2 free shots in. If we swing with, like, Breaker, he's going to take Moth. Oh, end phase Parasite book was that? Okay, thanks, Keto. Yeah, that's what I get for running my mouth when I wasn't looking. Luckily, I got people like you. Book and draw phase? Okay, cool. That makes more sense. You guys are the best. Cool. All right, battle phase still huge. We know it's an Nidoria. Yeah, it's like, do you swing with Moth? Because he's going to take Moth. If you don't swing with Moth, he'll take Moth. If you swing with Moth, then he has to think about if he wants to take something that hasn't attacked yet to save face, or if he still wants to take Moth. So we are swinging with Moth. Moth, Moth, Moth. How many times can I say that? I don't think there's any spears in any of these decks. I'm not sure. We are actually going to take the Zoma. That's not terrible, because that becomes a huge problem for you down the line if you get your own Moth out. End phase Parasite. Yeah, here we go. And this is where we see Book, maybe? Yeah, hitting Zoma's not bad because, okay, so they Parasite in hand. So they already kind of had an idea to deal with Moth with Parasite. Okay, we do Book that. Oh, I see. Did we just set that? Man, I got to pay attention. Well, he gets the shuffle. The best consolation prize of the Moth player. You get to draw anyway. I'm sorry your play got ruined. Here's a card. We shuffle and pray every day. That's how it works. Ooh, Raw Cosmic. Dropping him down to 11. That's pretty risky. We're hitting that back row, though. That's okay. That's a good hit. I think that's a good hit. That's definitely worth the price. Hit that Zoma. So now the biggest thing is breaker with a counter here. Oh, and I'm sorry, Moth is Moth is flipped. Oh, Parasite, no answer. Yeah, you had to Cosmic, because if that was booked, then you're screwed. So Parasite hits breaker. We know that's a Moth in defense, and Moth's defense is what, 3? Yeah, so Moth beats over Moth. All of a sudden, DB Grinder's out of resources entirely. He's got it. Yeah, he's got it. That was good stuff. I mean, we have to top deck. I don't think we... Did we Cocoon yet? We have to top deck Parasite if we didn't Cocoon yet. I can't remember. Yeah, only one Zoma left if he's running 3. Yeah, he's just gotta break through the top decks. Like if we have a monster that can beat over whatever this is, we're good. Yeah, Kaiku. Okay. I think this is GG. I'm assuming Kaiku can hit this booty. Let's see. Newdoria, though? Oh, Newdoria, smart. Because if it's Newdoria, then same thing applies. You know, if we hit with Moth, does he want to take Moth or does he want to take the thing that can still attack? That's a good top deck. Newdoria's a good top deck, though, for this situation. Because you can take Moth and take 18 and try and chill. Like breaker with a counter. You're good. Maneater Bug. Maneater Bug hits Kaiku, sure. Staying alive. Yeah. I forget we use Maneater Bug now. Seems like it's just one, though. Just like sprinkled in. Breaker with a counter? Oh, if we took Moth, this would be huge. Assuming that back row couldn't stop us, we could then get Kaiku. We're going to pop the counter and hit the back row. Let's see if the back row would have stopped us. Yeah, it would have. Okay, okay. So that's tough. So now Moth's going to crash over this breaker for a difference of 19. And DB Grinder is going to be living a little bit. Oh, there it is. There it is. We got it. We just need another monster. Man, good stuff. Really patient for Ron Wiz. That Cosmic Cyclone was the game changer. That was the play. We had to. We had to be sure. It was a Zoma, so it wasn't going to kill us right then, but we had to be sure. Because that second Parasite had to go off. Because if it didn't, we were done. We were just dead in the water. It do be like that. It's like a slap fight, yeah. It's funny because Moth mirrors are like it's either like moths literally like moths slapping each other in the face, and like trying to crash and parasiting a moth so it can't attack insects, you know, all that crap. It's like that intricate crap, or it's literally just breakers breakers and Kaikus beating each other up. Yeah, it's these two make it interesting for sure. Because, you know, there's a lot of Moth players that'll just... I mean, obviously you want to play it optimally. But I always like watching Ron. I mean, back before the errata, he just like... He was so patient, he waited for the OTK, and it just blew you away. He was also notorious for making finals last like 5 minutes, which I liked, personally. But then DB Grinder, this is like his 3rd or 4th time in the Showdown, and he's done well each time. I think that one time he scrubbed out and he didn't make top 3, but the other couple times he was there. Raw blind Night Beam into 3 back row. Love it. Now, you can chain around this. One of the reasons why people kind of stop using Night Beam as much, you can, if you have 2 Zomas here, and it's targeting 1 Zoma, you can flip another Zoma up, and then all of a sudden kind of the chains are disrupted. Okay, so we Nightmare Wheel the set, and now we have the ability to activate the card that's being targeted by Night Beam. I know you guys know this, but a lot of the times we do see new people kind of come through on the VOD, so I just want to make sure I know. So that was really smart of DB Grinder. Yeah, DB Grinder's on the come up. It is only a matter of time. I think the first time he played, he got 2nd, you know, and then he got 3rd, and then I think that the last one he didn't place. But, I mean, earlier this month we were seeing like, you know, 7 to 11 people. All right. So that was really smart of DB Grinder, for those of you who don't know how that worked. Night Beam, I used to think it was kind of like a catch-all, nothing you can do about it. Obviously, since the introduction of Twisted Nightmares with the Nightmare Wheel and Zoma, we've seen more ability to kind of play around Night Beam. Nobleman, the target that is... Okay, Nobleman the target that wheel is on. It hurts your wheel, but that's really good because now you're going to swing in. You know Ron doesn't have spheres, does he? Does he finally put spheres in the deck? Who knows? I don't know. You never know when you can play around sphere. But we're going for 18 and 19, which is that lethal? Oh my God, it's amazing. Shout out to DB Grinder there for just having the right tools right there. Nobleman's side also very good because if you hit the Maneater bug, that's huge. Well, isn't Nobleman you got to reveal in both decks? You reveal the flips, so that's actually bad. But Nobleman's great because you're going to set. It's a Moth Mirror, so you're going to like set a lot, and so Nobleman's just like, yeah, get that out of here. It's just straight removal. It's offerings, but better. You can still draw, and it's banished. Yeah, Noble in one wheel. What? Those were the top decks? It's bonkers. What's up, Promoda? Welcome. We're going into game... Is this game 3? Yeah, game 3 of a rather interesting Moth Mirror. With Ursus waiting in finals with King of the Skull Servant, baby. Let's go. Stevie also waiting for bronze. Stevie's playing, what did we call it? Dark Warriors. Digging for Gold Warriors. I don't like Noble in main. It's way too situational. Like, you're probably going to be okay. And it probably won't screw you. Because I think that like most decks they're gonna set something. Even like Unions, if they have the wrong play or they don't have the right setup, they will start with like a set Z potentially. But I don't like it main. Night Beam of the Book of Moon, that's fair, sure. Nothing to chain around there. Shout out to Ron for keeping Night Beam alive. Although it's funny because we also saw Cosmic Cyclone. We might have sided it out actually. Well, actually no, because we have Nightmare Wheels and Zomas, so we might still keep it. 2 sets in a back row. Night Beam again. That's a hand I can get behind. The double Night Beam. So 2 back row versus 2 monsters. I'm on DB's side. We can get aggressive here. Oh, another set. We must have, we might have Maneater. Might have Flip. Really? Oh, well, that's interesting. So now we're full up, though. Full monster slots. Okay, triple back row and Newdoria. It's time to start poking stuff and seeing what, where's the Maneater bug? Yes, it's an interesting field. Oh, I forgot. I remember I specifically saw this in DB's deck, and I was like, yo, you're bringing Blastsphere back? The sauce. We Blastsphere in this Newdoria. That's going to be a kaboom 1200 soon. I mean, just the luck of the draw. You just hit the Blastsphere. That's funny. I mean, yeah, it works. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because, like, we haven't seen Blastsphere since Link used it in Burn back in, like, October, maybe was the last time he used that. Oh, my goodness. We going to Book of Moon. That's right. Now I remember why we don't use Blastsphere, because Book of Moon just does us so dirty. Book of Moon is just, all right, and now I don't take damage. And you can flip it right back up and poke again. Newdoria up. Let's see what's behind door number 2. Maneater, sure. Book baited, yeah. And there's the Maneater. That Newdoria put in some work. That was good work for Newdoria. All right, well, we get the shuffle. Too bad you can't shuffle that Blastsphere back in. A Dark Machine. Huh, I guess it does, that's an allure target. Although you notice with these decks, no more allure, guys. I don't know what happened. Allure was like OP. Everyone used it. Everyone and their mother used it. No one's using it anymore. Break with the counter. Huge. We can really start poking holes. I wonder what that other set is. Does he have 2 man-eaters? Okay. Hitting near extra deck. Lost Wind. Interesting side. And it's poke for 16. It's probably gonna go through. Whatever that back row is, we probably have to save it until we're like fight or die. Any updates to the meta? Moth crept back and is consistently a favorite to use. I still think the best decks are Unions and it's debatable. Burn's coming back just because people stopped siding against it. So I think Unions and Burn-ish are around, like Zoma Nightmare Wheels. People are using that again. I still like Spellproof, though. Like, on paper, I have Spellproof. But I haven't actually participated in Extravaganza in a while. I think that they just had one in January to replace Pasadena, but I wasn't available to play. Nice Cosmic Cyclone on the Parasite. So short answer is people like Moth, but I think Burn and Spellproof. No, I'm sorry, Burn and Union. Yeah, Unions we're top, but then Ursa stopped playing Unions. That is literally it. Like, you got to think about the community. Ursus literally decides what's meta if he's playing Unions or not. Now he played Toons one Showdown, guys. He played Toons. Now he's playing King, and sure, he's sitting in finals, winning one set. But yeah, okay, this breaker is doing work. King of, oh my God, Ron has spears. No. It's like a meme how much I say he doesn't have spears. He has spears now. He just showed me up. All right, Parasite on the breaker. Oh, that's huge. If we have, well, you got to be careful though, because like this is just a minefield. Like, what's a Moth going to do against Midoriya Maneaters? Pain. Oh my God, Ron has spears. Everything I know is a lie. We still haven't shuffled yet? Dang. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I think last Showdown, last week, we had 7 people and 9 people. 3 people played Unions. It was the largest. It was the majority. How is DB Grinder still so high on cards? He's cheating. No, he's just like. That's a good question, actually. Or just top deck. I don't think we've drawn anything aside from just top decks. Is that 21 cards? All right, we have the Moth out, but we're looking down a minefield. Ron Wiz with 1,400. It's real thinking time now. We have a set. And then do we hit something? Do we try and poke something? I mean, if you got Manny, you're just gonna flip it next turn. So you might as well try and take something down. Ron needs to. To what? All right, swing into a set. Let's see. A little hesitation tells me that it might be something that we want a back row to save. Oh no, just choosing target for flip. Maneater Bug hitting the Midoriya set. Okay. Noblemans. I was like, what's an amateur? Amateurs. Yeah, double Nobleman's huge. There you go. Oh my god, it's Maneater too. Like, is that the second one? No, he drew it again. Yeah, Nobleman is a banisher. It's a Namasher Bulbleman. Oh my god, he does have two. Oh. Okay. You cannot count Ron out. He is just like, he just sneaks out of situations. So we do have the flip up. It's DB's main phase. Flip up Maneater Bug. We have a Parasite quick effect onto the Maneater Bug flip. Chain Book. Oh, is he forcing out the Chain Book? That's dirty. Yeah, Ron is. I think Ron's the only person that has never moved away from Moth. Like throughout the errata, I remember because he was consistently top 2 up until November, and then when November came, he like went into the mountains for training for like 2 weeks. No one saw him, and then he came back. He just kept playing Moth and it just kept working. Yeah, I don't think he's played anything else. Really doesn't have to. He is going to book Maneater. So, wow. What a force out. I mean, I guess he can just flip it back up. Yeah, relinquished is so hard. It was just like too much straight removal. There's too much straight removal because relinquished, like, I mean, at least you can like get something. Para is in graveyard. That's how we played it. Book of Moon comes out, it goes from hand to grave, like no Moth opportunity. If Ron's gonna pick it up, then, well, you know what? Works. It's fine. We're rolling. Except game state. Ron's like, shut up, shut up. Yeah, they in remote duels they do rule it where it goes to grave. Or, I'm sorry, it stays in hand. But in Speed Duel League and Dueling Book tournaments for as long as even when the Lamb was doing it in the Winnabox, it's always been it goes from hand to grave. They go back and forth on it all the time. I've had 2 different judge rulings in extravaganzas. So, I mean, the Speed Duel League rule is typically hand to grave. What's up, Hot Toxin? Sneaking, lurking. Finally, something for me to pitch in. Yeah, I think that like every third stream we have this conversation. All right, Ron set and pass. A couple of T sets hanging out. This is game 3, right? It's pretty intense. Ron at 14. Like we really just, I mean, DB's got the wheels. We can go to a pivot to a burn strategy here. Oh, maybe that's it, Odd. I bet you U.S. stays in hand and Europe goes to grave. And we've actually, it's just that community. The community is just so half and half. I think on Speed Duel League we have more, I want to say we have more European participants. Certainly more non-U.S. participants. Talking like Brazil, Canada, Europe. So that's probably why overwhelming majority has been that ruling. 950, that Maneater Bug is swinging. And 2 set from DB. DB is going to walk away with this. We know Ron has it in, yeah, there's a breaker. Breaker with a counter. Do we see a book right out of the way? Yeah. Yep, there's a book. Oh, hello. Now that works. So the last card in hand was Moth. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Nightmare Wheel, though, DB is still not phased. We don't care. We're still not phased. This is actually it's gonna be a top deck situation. DB's got 2 cards in hand. I think that he's gonna walk away with this. Round down to 450. We just need 1. And I mean, what are the odds that one of those cards isn't the 3rd wheel? We just put in defense and we just wait, right? Ron has to top deck some magic. Even if that face down is a Zoma, we're still okay. Yeah, like, that's insane. DB is playing on hard mode, and he's still going to win. Breaker. Do we have a monster that can do 3,000? 1,200, that's close. Nidori into Maneater, and we're going to get 600 in. Oh, baby. That's what's in our hand. I was like, what's in this hand? We have a little Parasite Moth action. Yep, Maneater goes down. Here comes Moth. That's what it was. And that's game. That is so unbelievably game. Wow. The burnout. All right, Ron, don't go anywhere. You're playing bronze. You got bronze. DB Grinder, is this your time? You're going to play Ursus. He's playing Skull Servants. Let's go back to the side screen. The in-between round screen. Oh, gosh, what a slap fight. All right, so that was DB Grinder 2-1 over Ron. That was an interesting one to watch. I'm happy with that. All right, so your finals, everybody. DB Grinder and Ursus. Ron was and Stevie.